Hello, and welcome to another episode of Legacy Discussions Podcast, where we leave legacies and not liabilities. I am your host, Taisha Beard. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please take this time now to subscribe. We are so excited about we're over 1,000 subscribers now. We were able to do that within 30 days. So to all the people that have already subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you. We so appreciate it. But if you have not, or if you know any other women that may be can benefit from this podcast and this information, and the women that we're sharing with the world, then have them to subscribe to the channel right now. Like, comment, so we can know what you guys think about the podcast. So, thank you so much again. So, with that, we are going to introduce our guest today, Miss Shawan Harris.
Hello, everyone.
And I just want to read your bio. I always start off the
Okay,
podcast
let's
reading
do it.
everybody's
Let's
bio
do it.
because this gives the bigger picture, kind of a bird's eye view of who you are. But
Yes.
we're going to get into who you really are and who people in
Yes.
your circle and that come across your path see you.
Perfect.
All
Let's do
right.
it.
So Shawan Harris is a passionate educational advocate, mother figure to many, and the founder of Enriching Education, a program designed to help children fall in love with learning while developing the confidence, structure, and life skills they need to thrive. With over 20 years of experience serving families in the pediatric clinic, Shawan has dedicated her life to nurturing the minds and hearts of children. Her journey didn't stop at healthcare. Her love for children and her bold vision for education led her to open a Kumon math and reading franchise where she continues to guide students and support families every single day. Shawan's mission is personal and powerful to remind children who they were before the world told them they couldn't be. She believes every child is born brilliant, curious, and capable, and that with every right environment, they can soar. Working hand in hand with parents, she builds learning systems that don't just improve grades, they build independence, resilience, and a deep rooted belief in what's possible. Her philosophy is life's changing but straightforward. Give a person a fish and they eat for a day. Teach them to fish and they'll never hunger. Whether she's mentoring a child through a tricky math concept, encouraging a parent to trust their child's potential, or speaking truth over a struggling student, Shawan Harris shows up with heart, with purpose, and with passion to build strong kids from the inside out.
Amazing. That is truly me in a nutshell.
That is you.
That is me. That is me. That's what I show up to do. That's what I wake up to do.
So, why the big love for children?
I've always had it. I've been taking care of children and looking out for them since I was a child. But I've always had it. And I think it was just something special. I am a middle child, and I think in some way that plays a part in it. But I've always had that motherly instinct and nurturing power. So it's just something I believe that I was just born to do, take
Yeah.
care of children. Like I said, it's been since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to let the world know that we know each other very well.
So well. I've known you your whole life.
You have. You've known me my whole life
Uh-huh.
because I'm your younger sister.
Yes. And you were one of those kids that, although we
Yes.
had our parents, I was still in some way taken care of and took
Yeah.
pride in just kind of putting on my hip to take care of. Really weird.
And you did.
Yeah.
And I can just think back when we were kids. And like I was the youngest, of course, and I was
Uh-huh.
probably the most worrisome and troublesome one to
Uh-huh.
the group because I was very nagging. But you were like the middle child. You were younger, still
Yeah.
young, but
Yeah.
you were out of all the four children, you
Mhm.
were the motherly one.
Yeah.
You wanted to keep the peace. And you were always drawn to children.
Yes.
And I know that because mama used to babysit some children and
Yep.
you would be young yourself, almost the same age as those children, but
Yes.
still acting as a mother figure to those
Absolutely.
children.
Taking care of them.
I know.
Like if I saw something that that doesn't set right with me, standing up for them. Like, wait a minute. And I was a kid.
Yeah.
So it's just in you. You
Yeah.
know, there's certain things seriously when we talk about who kids are and really what they bring to the table. Some of this stuff is already pre-seasoned. It's already there.
Yeah.
I was pre-seasoned. It was my destiny to take care of children. It's
Yeah.
just what it was.
So your whole life, I can just remember same thing, but you would even stand up to some adults
I would
on
if I
behalf
had
of
to, on
children,
behalf of children.
which can be seen as a little disrespectful.
Look,
But you were, at any means necessary, you were going to protect the children. Yeah.
absolutely. I love this saying about some trouble is good trouble.
Yeah.
Even before I knew what that meant, I was acting in that. I understood that, yeah, I'm going to get in trouble, but it's worth it for me because I'm going to protect this kid
Yeah.
at all costs. I'm going to make sure that it is not damaging to this kid. And it was nothing harmful, but for me, it was something that if this kid remembers this moment, I want them to remember that somebody stood up for me.
Yeah.
I want them to know that I was important enough that somebody risked getting in trouble for me. That means a lot to a kid.
Yeah.
And I've actually talked to one of those kids years later, and she remembers it. So for me, it was worth it. Any trouble that I did get in, because I'm sure I did, my mouth was considered disrespectful back then. But I was willing to do that without knowing. That's the thing. And that's really important to kind of think about. Before knowing what that was, I had it in me to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that that's what I was doing, that I was standing up for this kid. But I knew that that's what felt right. It's what felt natural.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it ever since.
You were one that went against the grain a lot to
Mhm.
protect someone else.
Yes.
So children, yes, but also I know you protected me a lot.
Uh-huh.
I can remember some, when elementary school,
Mhm.
there was a boy that had hit me. I think I was in kindergarten. I remember
Uh-huh.
this so vividly.
Uh-huh.
And y'all were about to knock that kid's head off. Now y'all were in elementary school
Again,
too.
we were kids, so
yeah.
this was no bullying going
No,
on. But
no.
you mess with my sister?
Yeah.
Oh, you called me. You wanted me, actually. You called me. You didn't call her.
Yeah.
But this was a boy. This was my younger sister.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Again, it's just second nature. I'm going to step up. I'm going to defend and protect her at all costs. Still do it.
I know you do. And I see you do it for your children, but you're not as what's the word? As intense as you were back
Yes.
then. I think you do it with a lot of grace now, but you will don't let Mama Bear come out. Mama Bear will come out to fight for her
Absolutely.
children.
Absolutely, I would.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I always tell my children is, I'll fight you to help you.
Yeah.
And they go, what do you mean? Well, when I see that you're not fighting, or if I see you're fighting against me, understand I'll fight you to make sure you're fine.
Yeah.
I'll do that because you don't know what you need right now. I do. And if I've got to fight you to make sure that you get that, I'll do that. I'm willing to do that too. I'm willing to have you not like me in that moment to make sure that you're fine.
Yeah.
I'm willing to do that.
And you're not talking about a physically fight, but like
Absolutely not. Go against
what you're trying to do.
Go against, make you stay at it. My youngest son, he is very, very hard-headed, right? And he can sometimes have a very strong attitude.
Yeah.
Well, I'm willing to go against that. I'm willing for you, to feel like, dang, mama's just so unfair. I'm willing to do all of that. I'm willing to sit at that table for 3 hours once you've gotten over shutting down because a problem was too difficult or I don't want to finish that assignment. I'm willing to sit 3 hours, 4 hours if we need to, whatever we need to do. I am willing to fight you to help you.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
And you're right. I do it with a lot more grace now. They're older. So I get to do it now in a way. My thing to them is always, we have to fight through it.
Yeah.
And the reason that we have to is because that's a part of life. I've got to give you the skill to fight, not just the skill of education, but a lot of the kids that I encounter, that's their very big deal. They've come against something and it's hard. So it's just like working out. When you are working out, if you're picking up weights, as soon as you start to feel something, some people stop.
Yeah.
Well, it's my job to push you past that pain.
Yeah.
I call it purposeful pain. Yeah. It's okay to have it. It's okay to feel it. How do we do? What do we do?
Yeah.
That's my thing.
So as you were growing up, did you always feel that you would some kind of way in life be working with children? Because I'll be honest, in your teenage years, you were a bit aggressive in terms of, even protecting yourself. So somebody said something that you didn't like.
It was on.
You were popping off.
Yeah, it was on.
Yeah, I can remember a couple of incidents at nail shops.
Oh, listen.
I used to say, Lord, I'm not going with this girl no more because.
Thank you, Jesus.
Her mouth.
Thank God for change.
Get us in trouble.
But this is something that's really serious. That same energy, I still have it, right? I just use it different. So where I used to use it and it was very sometimes physical, I now use it, but I use it now in such a different way. It's so much grace. It's so much forgiving even in it.
Yeah.
I use it now and go, how can I teach in this moment?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if same incident like you're talking about at a nail shop, okay, things didn't go great. What do I do in this moment? I can pop off, but then I look like the villain, right?
Right.
Or I can use this to say, hey, this is not what I requested. As a customer, can you do this different for me?
Yeah.
Same thing,
Yeah.
just handled differently.
How you
Right.
handle it. Yeah. How you
Right.
respond to it.
But for
Yeah.
me, it is still a teachable moment of saying, one, okay, this lady isn't happy, but she's also not popping off.
Yeah.
Right. So I've now just used that same energy and simply said, I've got to make sure that I am still teaching in the moment, but that two things. One, I'm giving grace because none of us are perfect. We are all showing up in this world doing the very best that we can do.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll make sure that I lead with that. But most importantly, I want you to feel my heart. So then if I have to correct you or if I have to say something that you may not like, most of the time you can receive it because you feel my heart.
Yeah.
Most people, we all can take some criticism, but we want to know that it's coming from a good place.
Right.
Well, if it's a short encounter, how do you know that? So my
Right.
prayer every morning is, Lord, help people to feel my heart.
Yeah.
When I walk in a space, when you see me, let them feel my heart.
Yeah. I think he answers that. Well, I don't think. I know he does. Because so many people are just drawn to you.
Mm-hmm.
They're
They're
just
drawn to the
you.
spirit.
They're drawn to the spirit that's in
Mhm.
you, right? But
Uh-huh.
they don't know it's the spirit. They just
don't.
know something about this lady I
Yes.
just love.
Yes.
It's peaceful.
Yes.
You are the one in the family that everybody goes to
Mhm.
talk, you know, to release, to
Mhm.
get
Mhm.
good sound advice.
Yes.
That's not biased.
Yep.
Because I've had conversations with you, and when I'm wrong, you say, "Chick, you wrong."
You're wrong.
And I didn't want to
And
hear
I gotta
that.
say it. You're wrong.
And sometimes I don't want to hear
Yeah.
that. But
Mhm.
I respect that you always gonna keep it 100 with me. Like,
Absolutely.
and I think that's why everybody in the family calls you,
Mhm.
because they know
Mhm.
it may not be what I want to hear, but I know it's gonna be what I need to hear. And then
Yep.
sometimes you just gotta sit with that.
Yep.
You just gotta sit with it and
And
say,
people want truth.
yeah,
Really and truly, they want truth, right? A lot of times it's how it's delivered. So you know why I am a big person of saying it's not what you say, it's how you say it, right?
yeah,
So if they're calling, one, they want the truth. Nobody wants to call a cheerleader, right?
yeah,
They want to know genuinely, what's your opinion on this? So this is what I did. What you thought about that?
yeah,
I'm going to hear it. But the other thing with me is I'm not judging at all. So it's never coming from a place of, oh, I'm so high and you're so low. I've mastered it. No, it's coming from a place of, let me hear it. And then honestly, the wisdom that God has given me, I always lean on that. So
Yeah.
it's not me. I am leaning on that. So when I'm hearing it, some people even say to me, you remember I talked to you about that? And it would be 2-3 weeks later. And I go, no, I don't really remember that because I'm not holding that information for information on you, right?
That's good.
I'm holding that information and I'm praying as you're telling it to me. And I'm just saying, Lord, what do I do with this?
Yeah,
Sometimes the answer is nothing. So guess what they get?
nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. So what you
Nothing.
just say, I don't have nothing for
I
you.
just say, wow. Well, now I know what to pray for.
Yeah.
That's it. Because if God hasn't given me anything to say to you, that I'm just talking.
Right.
I want to make sure if you called me, I am praying and I am hearing from God. And He's giving me the wisdom to share with you. If He's not giving me anything in that moment, I promise I'm praying about it. I meditate every morning. I'm bringing it to me, bringing it in my meditation time with God. And I'm saying, Lord, this came to me. What do you want me to do with it?
Yeah.
Usually a day or two, I'll get something. And then I may call that person back and say, look, I was meditating and this is what came.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
You know what I love? Like, you're the person that everybody goes to,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm the person that you come to.
Mm-hmm.
You know how good that makes me feel?
Does it?
It really does.
I try not to burden you with it.
Girl, I be like, no, let me, like,
Give
seriously.
it to me. Uh-huh.
Seriously, because I think you and I understand each other. Like, we're sisters, but Lord have mercy, even if we weren't sisters,
We would be friends.
we would be
We really
the best
would
of
be.
friends.
We would be.
Because I call you out on certain things.
You do. Mm-hmm.
And we
big time,
know how
y'all.
to
Big time. Where's my camera? Big time, y'all.
and do. I do. And I do because I know you'll receive it. And I'm telling you, man, like, there's some times like you're the yin, we're the yin and yang.
Yep.
I could be God will put something in my spirit, and when I call you, you already on it.
Yep.
Because He's already dropped it in your
Yep.
spirit. Man, let me tell you, having that type of relationship with somebody is priceless. It is priceless. And I pray that God has you on this earth forever because you cannot leave.
Listen, how many times have I said, get out my house. So you'll call
Yes.
and I'm going, and you'll start talking about something. I go, wait a minute, I was just, get out my house.
Yes. Or get out of my head. Like
Yes.
we were, because we're just so
We are.
connected.
We are.
Spiritually,
Yes.
like in so many aspects.
Yes.
And so for me, a lot of times you call because of the godly wisdom, but a
Yep.
lot of times you call me for business. And let me just tell you,
Oh, Lord.
I have to.
What?
I have to.
Yes.
So y'all, I am Shawan's business coach.
Yes, Lord. In
And-
every aspect.
And when she calls me and she's asking me a question, I feel like, oh my God, the little sister is giving advice to the big sister. Like, yes, this is great. I need to take advantage of this. But I feel so honored to be able to do that. And baby, when you close on your Kumon Center, I felt like I won.
You felt like, what do we do with that? Like, come on. You closed on a Kumon Center.
You did it. No, God did it.
Yes, he did.
And he gave it to you.
But you closed on it.
But man, I felt like I was so close to it. I'm
You
like,
did.
we just did this.
I think it's because that journey had been so long. And if you remember, there was a time when I wasn't sure if that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And do you remember I called and I said, I was weeping in my dream.
I remember that.
But do you remember who the person's shoulder was I was weeping on?
It was little sis.
It was yours.
Yeah.
In my dream.
Yeah.
And it was because I was sad and like, Lord, I may not do this. And it was not about anything other than I'm going to miss the children that I'm going to help, that I was supposed to help. I'm going to miss the mother that I was supposed to tell her it's okay. You're doing fine. I was going to miss the father that was going to say, you know, I'm trying this gentle parenting thing.
Yeah.
I was going to miss telling him and it's working.
Yeah.
And that made me sad. So in my dream, I was crying like, Lord, I am going to miss this.
Yeah.
And I called and I shared that dream. And I said, you know, I'm not sure if I'm going back to the center. I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And you said, just go back. Go back and see.
Yeah.
And I have never left.
So talk about your journey. So I know the story, but I want everybody else to know it. Like, oh my God, it had to be 2015, 2016.
Yes.
A moment popped in my head.
Yep.
And I said, Shawan.
Mm-hmm. You had it together.
I got it all figured out.
Uh-huh.
Let's open a Kumon Center. And I don't know, I'm patient with my kids and I'm patient with other people's kids, but it is not my ministry. It is yours. So the first person I know to call was you. Like, oh my God, I have the business background. I have the capital. She's the person for it. This is her lane.
Yes.
So I called you and I said, let's open a Kumon Center. And you said, it's funny you mentioned that because me and Kendrick was just talking about that.
Yep.
And we played around with that for maybe a couple of weeks.
Yep. And realized what?
No, I ain't doing it.
One, it was in Baton Rouge. I live in Gretna.
I forgot about that.
I live in Gretna.
Yeah.
But I wanted it so bad. Do you remember I said, so I'll just travel. I'll travel from Gretna to Baton Rouge twice a week.
You did.
Because I think it's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
Right? And God was saying, are y'all crazy? This is just the seed. This isn't it wasn't time for it to take real root. It was just a seed. Right? But that seed, 10 years prior, so look at that. So 2015, the seed is given, right?
Yeah.
We plant that seed. We don't even know we're doing anything with it.
No, we just forgot about it and moved on and started thinking about other business opportunities.
That's right.
Man.
But that's really how God works. He simply gives the idea, right? A lot of times, though, we prematurely jump out on that idea. So had we done that, I would have been driving to Baton Rouge twice a week, and that would not have lasted. It wouldn't have been beneficial to anyone.
Yep.
But a lot of times when the idea comes, we go, okay, that's it, and we start moving.
Instead of asking for that guidance.
Asking
God,
for
what
guidance.
Do you want me
God,
to do
what does this mean? Because every idea is not something for you to execute at that time.
Right.
Remember, God doesn't have a clock, right? We do. So we start looking at the clock. Well, God, you said that in 2015. What's happening? But maybe we need to do this. So then we come up with all these ideas of things that we could do. God shot that down so quick and
He
said,
did.
not now, but the seed was planted.
It was planted. And it wasn't for me to own it.
It was not for you to own
He
it.
gave it to me, told me to call you to
Uh-huh.
drop it in your spirit. It
Yep.
wasn't for me. Now imagine, let's
Mhm.
go back to what you just said. Imagine
Yes.
had I jumped out there.
Uh-huh.
It ain't my lane.
Yes.
I wasn't
You
experienced
had no
in it.
patience, those poor children.
Girl, I would have been like,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Hey, I'm Thais Shabir with Legacy Studios located at Beard Properties in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. If you're dreaming of starting a podcast but don't know where to begin, with Rent the Mic, it's plug and play. You just walk in, sit down, record, and leave. We'll handle the editing, the branding, and the delivery. Customize your set and let our pro team do the rest. No stress, no setup, all done for you. Let's make your podcast dreams a reality. Book your session now at www.beardproperties.net. Yeah. It wouldn't have been successful because it wasn't for me. And I'm so glad that we were wise enough not to jump out there and do that, because it would have been before our time.
Yes.
It would have been out of his timing, and we
Yes.
know that everything in his timing, it prospers. Everything that we rush and get ourselves into,
Yep.
he allows it. He'll say, hey,
Absolutely,
if that's what you
y'all
want
go
to do,
for
go
it.
ahead, but you're going to struggle because I had this for you in 2025. So all of them years that you're going to do it before me, you're going to have to struggle.
Yep.
You're going to have to go through this wilderness
Yes.
that could have taken you
Yes.
just a few months if you would have just waited to 2025.
Yes. And here's the other thing, may have changed 2025. Because for all I know, because we were not in the wheel, that would not have been a good experience, right? So I may have said, no, we're done with this. We tried that already, done, moving on. God said it's not time.
Yeah.
It was just a seed. So we don't need to try making it grow. You know how now farmers, they're putting stuff in your food and all because they need it to grow quickly. Yeah. God is saying, look, I don't have a clock. Yeah. Relax. Every idea doesn't have to be executed on at that moment. It's an idea. Yeah. Take it, water it, nurture it, and then it'll grow. Took us 10 years in our timing, but how perfect was it in God's timing? Yeah. It was perfect. Everything about this journey has just been perfect. Yeah. That idea came, we forgot about it, moved on with life, looked at other options, and we've all done a lot of other things. Yeah. Right? And I want to believe, so about 7 years after that thought, the guy that my kids actually used to go to, his Kumon Center, he called and said, are y'all still talking about a Kumon Center?
How many years later was that?
7.
7 years later.
7 years later, he called and says, are y'all still talking about a Kumon Center? Is it something y'all still looking at? And my husband says, let me check with my wife to see. Yeah. He called me and he goes, so this Kumon idea has come up again. He said the guy wanted to find out if we were still interested. Well, at this time, I was kind of like, I don't know if that's where God wants me, because I was into other things, right? Yeah. And life was going great. Yeah. So I said, let's go talk to him. Let's see what it's about. We go and we talk to this guy, and immediately my spirit does not say that you're going to buy a Kumon Center. That's not what the spirit said to me. My spirit said, this guy needs some help right now. He's not even ready. He's not ready to talk about selling a Kumon Center. Yeah. He needs help. So there was some health issues going on with his family, and he needed to be there with his family. God said, I want you to be support. Now, I was doing full-time job, full-time parent, going to school because I had gone back to college. I did, yeah. Full-time, right? And now, God, you want me to do what? Volunteer? You want me to give more of my time? Yeah. He said yes. When he said yes, I said yes. I said, so here's the deal. I don't think you're ready to sell. I think you just need help. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to help you. And he says, okay. And I can recall me showing up after a few weeks and him saying, hey, look, we need to discuss pay. And I said, no, God didn't tell me to get a second job. He told me to help. So I don't want pay. Wow. He goes, are you serious? I said, I'm very serious. And I refused that because that's not what God asked me to do. He didn't say go get a second job. Yeah. He said to help. And I think that that's critical to understand. I had that conversation with my children. Just understand that there are seasons where you are simply supposed to serve. It is not supposed to be something where you are reaping. Now, little did I know, I was reaping the knowledge. I was building the
Wow.
love, right? It just wasn't something that I could physically touch. It was
Yeah.
not monetary. But God was still doing something. But
Yeah.
He wanted to see if you would be obedient and just do it for free. Would you?
And how many of us would actually do that,
How
right?
many of us would do it
Especially
and
with,
look, do
yeah.
it in such a way where He said, this is crazy. You show up like an employee. And I said, I have to, because it's what God asked me to do. And when God asks you to do something, you put your best foot forward and
Yeah.
you show up.
Yeah.
That's what
Little
I
did
did.
you know you'd be owning the center.
Little did I know. Little did I know.
Yeah. What has this journey taught you?
Oh, faith.
Yeah.
My faith has increased in such a way that it's insane.
Yeah.
It's really insane. I now understand. I used to always sing this song, Yes. And I would sing that song because it's just a beautiful song and it means a lot to our church ministry. So I would listen to this song all the time, and it's just yes, yes, Lord, I'll do whatever you ask me to do. So when I started listening to it over the last year, when I was pondering this decision, I started to hear it different. And I said, Lord, I am always saying that my answer to you is yes, right? But it's always yes with a comma.
Yeah.
And I got to stop doing that. Teach me how, because I don't know how to do it. I know how to say yes as long as I can justify the yes. I know how to say yes when I can say, okay, I'm going to put this piece and that piece together. I don't know how to say yes and let it be a period.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say yes and then just put the next foot forward and know that you're going to have my back.
Right.
I've always had faith. I've always been a woman of faith, but my faith was taken to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
It was taken to more of surrendering, right? It was not just faith. I had really just put my hands up and said, Lord, this time when I say yes, I'm saying yes completely.
Yeah.
I'm saying yes with a period. Whatever it means in this yes is what I am willing to do. So I have a son that's going to be a senior. I was thinking, is this the time to really make such a shift in my career? Is it really the time? And God said, but you said yes. And if you said yes, that's it. Where we are and what we're doing, none of that stuff is important. You said yes. So I started to just trust. It's been a faith walk.
Yeah.
And I will tell you this, there is some serious peace when you are obedient, right?
Yeah.
And I also learned that obedient is when you're being obedient, not delayed, right?
Yeah.
So I was saying to God, because I was trying to negotiate. Look.
Negotiate with the best negotiator, yeah.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
God, listen. I know you want me to do this, right? But I'm going to wait for my son to be finished his senior year and us to, have to work on all of those things. And then I'm going to do it then. Because I started convincing myself, he never told you when. He just said to do it.
Yeah.
During my meditation, the Holy Spirit simply said, delayed obedience is disobedient.
Wow.
And I went, but I'm not being disobedient. I said, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And the funny part, Taisha, is I started praying more about it, meditating more on it, and he just stopped talking to me about it.
Like I've had enough. Almost like a child, like a father and a child, right?
Like there is
I've
nothing
told you
more.
what it is.
That's right. There's
Yeah.
nothing more for us to do with this. But what I started to understand in his silence was he was simply saying, my word will go out and it will do what it's supposed to do. Right?
Whether you do it or not.
Whether you do it or not.
Yeah.
I want to bless you because I've given you what you need. You're equipped to do this, but I'm not without options. You are. That was hurtful for me because I was going, wait, God, I don't want to disappoint you.
Right.
Right? But most importantly, really, I call myself a woman of faith. I don't know how to do this. So I just prayed and said, Lord, teach me.
Yeah.
Teach me how to completely surrender. So I'm going to tell you, outside of just the franchise, just this entire journey, the freedom that I've gotten from that is beyond words.
Yeah.
The freedom now in surrendering completely, I don't worry about any part of my life.
Yeah.
Right? I used to obsess about my boys. Like, okay, God, maybe I need to do this. What about that? I've let all of that go. Not in a hands off way, but in a hands up way where I am now saying,
good.
Lord, it's on you.
Yeah.
They are yours. My job is not to produce a product, it is to parent these people.
Yeah.
Everything else is on you. I am going to do what I am supposed to do, and I'm going to trust that you are going to do what you said you will.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm free from that. There's so much freedom in that.
Yeah.
I don't stress about what's the next move, what's the next play. I am moving about, I am doing what you asked me to do, and everything else is on you.
Yeah.
It's on you. I'm just showing up. I'm showing up now and having fun doing it, right?
Yeah.
Because I no longer have the stress.
Yeah.
I don't have the stress that this is about me. Me, I'm figuring it out.
Yeah.
I'm not figuring anything out. I take no glory.
Yeah.
This is all a faith walk, but this is all for the glory of God. Once you understand that this is not about you and it's about Him and it's about the kingdom, it releases so much pressure.
Yeah.
So much pressure. That need to be perfect goes away, right? Yeah. Even your prayers change. So now my prayer is just, Lord, give me the wisdom that I need for today. Yeah. Not for tomorrow, because I don't know what's happening tomorrow, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Give me what I need for today.
Right.
And He does it.
Yeah.
He does.
Your journey has also helped me with my faith, because I've seen it. And there's one thing I remember, that dream that you had, and you called me and you were like, I don't know what to do. And I said, wait a minute. I said, you told me that God told you to do this.
Yeah.
I said, do you remember that? You said yes. And I said, did He tell you to do it? You said He did. And I said, then what we talking about then?
Yeah. You stopped
like get over it.
Yeah.
If you know without a doubt that this is what you're supposed to be doing, every fiber of your being,
yes.
you know this, then what we talking about? What we worried about? We just gotta go.
We were worried about Shawan saying, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Well, what do you mean you don't know? You do know. You don't have to know it all, but you know that God said to do it.
I'll be honest with you. There was a moment. So as your coach, you going through the MultipliHER program and all these things, there was a moment where Taisha, the sister, came in.
What did she say?
And Taisha, the sister, wanted to say, well, maybe this isn't right for you, because I got to see you.
Yep.
I got to go see my nephews. You got to see your nieces and nephews. And if this isn't right, then, oh my God, I can't be wrong on this. But Taisha, the coach, said, but you know how this go. I don't care if it's your sister, your friend, your mama. If this is the blueprint and you know it's successful, you know it works, there's no exceptions. We do it. And I had to push through that, because the emotional attachment wanted to say, sis, no, just stay. It's okay. It's okay.
We're not gonna do this.
It's okay.
Let's stay safe.
Let me coach everybody else. You just stay where you are.
Yes.
But I said, no, I know what needs to happen. Yeah. She's already told me she's got vision and direction from God. Then I got to push her through.
Yeah. And I know that had to be hard.
It was hard.
It's hard because, remember, I'm not an easy person to change mine, right? So even when you are calling and saying things to me, I still have that, whatever.
That's just her.
That's just her being her. Oh, Lord. Yeah. But there was never a part of me that questioned if it was from God, right? Yeah. So with me knowing that, anything that you shared with me, it was always like, one, I knew it was coming from a really good place. But two, I knew I am not talking to my sister. I'm talking to my coach. Yeah. And my coach is calling me out. Like, look, we still playing with this? Yeah. What are we doing? What's your timeline? Give me facts. And I'm going, oh my goodness. I can remember looking at my phone and saying, now is this my sister or my coach calling? Because I don't know if I have the capacity for the coach right now. And I'd pick that phone up and I'd say, hey girl, what's going on?
No, you got to a point to where you say, is this my sister or is this my coach?
Right. But look, this was my, hey girl, what's going on? As soon as I heard, hey, so what we doing? Oh Lord, it's the coach. It's the coach. We're doing this, but it held me accountable, right? You held me accountable and it kept me accountable. Yeah. So there were times when I'd be like, babe, wait, I know we're supposed to be doing this, but I got to get this together because this girl going to be calling tomorrow.
You know I am.
And I have to have answers. Yeah. He goes, well, just don't answer the phone right away. I said, she just going to call the boys.
I will. Or him.
She's
and
gonna
say,
call somebody.
where's my
Where's
sister?
my sister? Then I get on the phone and she's the coach. Like,
Yeah.
but I understood, and I actually during that process though, I understood what I had, right?
Yeah.
So you understood anytime it was something dealing with education, I'm calling my sister. I'm
Yeah.
calling Shawan, right? And I understood anything dealing with finance, but I left it there.
Yeah.
I'm calling Ty. Well, I had never looked at that and said, girl, God has given you a gym. Your sister has the ability to coach you in areas that it's just not your thing. Business is her thing. It is what God has blessed her to do. Why are you not using that?
Yeah.
So I started saying, oh, I guess I'm going to have to let her be the coach, you know?
Yes.
So there are times when, even as sisters, you have to take the sister hat off
Yeah.
and the heart and understand that I'm not talking to my little sister. At this point, I'm talking to my coach who's checking me,
Yeah.
who's making sure that I'm showing up and doing what I'm supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
That's a really cool thing to have. One, I know that I can trust her. It's my sister.
Yeah.
But I just think it's so special. I think it is so cool that our mother has just done a phenomenal job
Yeah.
where her girls get to call. And now with our older sister being in the healthcare field in the way
Shout
that
out
she
to
is.
Pure Opulence.
Yes.
Pure Fit.
So now when I have those needs, I know, oh wait, let me call her. Girl, I'm not feeling good. What we need to do?
Yeah.
So God has given us such this thing where we get to really bounce with each other, where I'm like, this is really dope.
Yeah.
This is dope.
We
to
kind of have a little
witness.
small ecosystem
Yes.
going on. Yeah.
And that is what it's about,
Yeah.
right? That's really what this is about. Even
Yeah.
when I think of legacy, well, look what type of legacy our parents were able to produce.
So, most people think when you say legacy, it's business.
Yes,
finances,
they think tangible in that way. Yeah.
Our parents
Yes.
they gave a foundation
Yes.
that is better than all of that. And
Yes.
that was the foundation. And we always knew. Sometimes we went astray and got in the
Yes.
world and
Yes.
partied and did all that stuff.
Yes.
But we always knew how to come back to God because
Absolutely.
they instilled that in us.
Absolutely.
So, no, my parents didn't go to college.
Yep.
No, they didn't work for corporate America. No,
Yes.
they didn't have their own businesses. But
Yes.
what they gave us is so much worth. Everything and who we are today,
Yes.
everything that we're going to leave to our children, and that's
Yes.
something that we make sure we do is, look, my kids, they know business. My daughter have this lemonade stand. She will not let it.
She's not letting
she
it
won't
go.
let me go a Saturday without finding out what's going on with that lemonade stand. But they know all of this. But what they know the most is when mama and daddy is not here.
Yes.
I need you to know that you can call on God. That's something that our parents instilled in us.
Yes.
And that is a legacy.
That's a legacy.
That is such a legacy.
That's a legacy.
People don't think of that as a legacy.
They do not.
They
do
not. They don't.
Everybody now is looking for the business, right? And look, all of that has its place.
That's part of it.
It's a part of it.
Yeah.
But I still say, don't forsake those traditions and those things that you really had. In some way, we've turned those things and said, yeah, that's minor though. I want to make sure that I leave something different for my kids. And we should, right?
We should.
We should, and we will. But I don't want to I want to make sure that I am understanding the importance of passing down that strong faith.
Yeah.
Right? I am making sure that my boys know before making decisions, you go to God.
Yeah.
I'm making sure that my children know we are not going to be here forever. Whether mama is here or not, you have a father that will never leave you.
Yeah.
I want them to know and understand when the world is too big, you know where to go.
Yeah.
You know who to call.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's a legacy.
Yeah.
That ain't something that I just came up with. That's something that we were really taught very early on.
Yeah.
We knew. So even when we were going through, teenage and early adulthood, we understood we're not perfect. But we all knew, oh, wait a minute now. You have gone too far.
Come back.
Come back.
Yeah.
We all understood, come back.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something that you helped me with. There was something that, like, of course, I have a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
We both have teenagers, but we have two sons that are around the same age. And anytime I'm going through something with him, I'm like, girl, you've been through this before with your older son. Like, is this just my kid or is this really what's happening? Because I lean on you because you understand children and you have the patience with children. And one of the things you said is hey, you know what? And I was a stickler about grades.
Oh Lord.
Baby, you get a B, we got a problem.
Lord,
It's
let's
like
talk about
you
it.
did good, but I mean,
Uh-huh.
we were just a few points away from an A. Like let's
Yeah.
get the A. And I was so hard on him,
Mhm.
and he would have his moments where he would break down, like, "Mama, I got a B. Like it's
Mhm.
okay." And I remember you told me, you said, "You know what? Yes, grades are important. Their education is definitely important, but what type of person are you creating?
Yeah.
What type of man are you bringing into this world?" And you
Yes.
said, not only is it the grades, but it's the character. What's your
Absolutely.
character? What's your report card in life?
Yes.
And
I've
when
seen
he
a lot
said
of smart
that,
people.
yeah,
A lot of smart people on paper that have no common sense, right?
yeah,
And not only do they not have common sense, they've not built any character
yeah,
because everything has been about the ABC,
yeah,
right? My thing is always let me see you. I want to see you. How are you with your brother? Are you taking care of your brother in a certain way? When you see me and it's not a good day, are you noticing it and you're in tuned enough to say, "Ma, you good? You need something?" Are you cleaning your room without me asking?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? These are small things. When we're in the grocery store and you see an old lady picking up some water, are you saying, "Ma'am, no, let me get that for you"?
yeah,
Those are small things that we just kind of bypass because we're so focused on the grade. And
right,
yes, we want them to make good grades. But outside of that grading system, because
yeah,
that's only going to last for so long, right? What happens when there's no A, B, or C to give them?
yeah. Then
What's the
what?
benchmark?
Do you
Then
stop?
what? Right.
Yeah,
You want them to be developing and practicing who they're becoming.
yeah,
It's practice. I always tell my kids, you don't just show up to a game, you practice how you play.
yeah,
So practice it now. Practice who do you want to be? I tell them reverse engineer, right? What do you see? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? These are small things that as kids, we don't give them tasks to do. But I ask them, where do you see yourself in 10 years? What color are your walls? Because my oldest is going to be out of college and in an apartment, is what he says. He wants a high rise.
yeah. Out of
Okay.
high school.
Out of high school for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
High school and college in 10 years. He'll be out.
That is true.
Yeah, he'll be out.
That is true.
So I
Oh
said,
wow.
a high rise. Okay, can you get that in Gretna? He goes, no. Okay, so you're looking to move. His mind went, oh, right, baby. If you can see it, then you can start to plan and shape things for it,
Yeah.
right? So everything that we do now, I try keeping in my mind that it is not just about those ABCs and the report cards that they are getting from school,
Yeah.
right? What am I doing to set them up for the next phase of life?
Yeah.
What are they thinking about? Do they understand the process of starting? Look at it here, but then bring that thing down.
Yeah.
What do I need to do? Those are all life skills, right? Those are the things that we really need to be pushing, but we're not because we're so caught in, you made honor roll.
Right.
And that's cool. And look,
But what's your character look
I
like?
still fight for honor roll. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna kid. I still fight for that, right? But I do it in understanding that that's not the all in being.
Yeah.
We got to do something else.
Yeah. So, what's your idea of legacy? Like, what do you want to leave behind?
I'm going to tell you this. It has shifted. And look, I want everybody to listen, give yourself permission for that answer to change. If you had asked me that 2 years ago, I would have said, I want to make sure that I have a business that my boys can and their children can get in and just build on it, make it bigger and better, right? Today, it's just something very simple.
What is it?
It is simply surrendering. I want to make sure that I am talking to children and making sure that they understand one, surrender to God, two, be patient with yourself. This is not a race. Everybody is rushing, right? We're all trying to get to a destination, but the final destination is death.
Because we're all gonna die.
We're gonna die,
Right.
right? That's the final destination. But what are you rushing toward? We set these things. We go, okay. I need to hurry because I want to do this, and then I want to do that, and in some way we haven't figured out that you're gonna always have something that is in your
A new
spirit to do.
benchmark.
There will always be. There's gonna
Yeah.
be a new benchmark, and that's perfectly fine. Be patient with yourself, right?
Yeah.
Enjoy the journey. Many of us are going to build a lot and build what we want as our legacy, right? But we're going to have missed so much of it
Yeah.
because we've been busy building and not enjoying.
Yeah.
I am enjoying the journey. So when I think legacy today, it is grace, it's forgiveness,
Yeah.
it's surrendering to God, because ultimately those are the things that are going to sustain my kids. Those are the things that's going to sustain my grandkids.
Yeah.
Those are the things that the children lives that I'm touching now, it's going to sustain them.
Yeah.
I want them to remember to just be patient with yourself. You are equipped with every single thing that you need. You don't need to look at an outside for an outside person or an outside source. It's within you. Remember it.
Yeah.
Remember it. I think many of us, I don't know if you remember this text that I would send every now and again, and I'd call you by your childhood nickname.
Which was, I had a few. Which one?
It depends on the day. Sometime I called you Rabbit
Yeah.
when I felt like we needed to go
Christy.
way back.
Chrissy.
Way back. There were times when I would say Christy. But I was doing that because I knew my sister is building and she is moving and she's doing so much. But I need her to go back and just remember who Rabbit was, how much fun Rabbit had.
Oh, Rabbit.
Right. Rabbit had fun.
Rabbit had fun, but Rabbit was a lot.
Rabbit was a lot.
Rabbit was a lot.
Rabbit was a lot of fun. But Rabbit wasn't taking life so serious, right?
Yeah.
And then Christy started being a little more serious, but she still was fun.
Yeah.
I truly believe, and if there's anything, just to answer another question that I learned throughout this, is just to have fun. When I first started this journey, I had put a lot of stress on myself. And there was a person that I spoke with, and she said to me, whenever you talked about owning a Kumon franchise, you would always be so excited. And every time you talked to me, and I would feel it, right? She said, when you walked in today, you look sad. And I said, oh my gosh, do I? She said, you do. And I said, well, it's been a heavy 2 weeks. And she said something so simple. Remember why you're doing it.
Yeah.
You love it. Don't get so caught in the perfection and trying to make sure every little detail is done. Enjoy what you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Go back to loving that. So that is why every now and again, I'll just remind you of who those phases in life. That's just before the world got so complicated. Everybody talks about, oh, it's just so hard out here, and life be lifing. Well, it's going to, but it doesn't have to be burdensome.
Yeah.
It can still be fun.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy now the unknown. So my legacy now is just simply patience. Surrendering. Yes. If we can just be patient with ourselves, like it's amazing what we can do. Yeah. The stress actually, I think it clouds our judgment. It causes us to jump out too soon.
It does,
right?
Yeah.
Causes us to get in relationships that we shouldn't be in or stay too long, all because we're not patient. Just be patient with yourself. Enjoy that day. The Bible speaks of daily bread. Yeah. Do what you need for that day. Won't need to be in no rush. Slow down.
So to that woman that is saying, I want to own a franchise, not necessarily Kumon, just any franchise, and just going through that process of the idea to actually, either calling corporate and seeing how they can qualify and capital and like just in the next 60 seconds per se, let's talk to that woman.
Very, very simple. Ask yourself, are you answering the call or are you seeking an opportunity? They are two very different things. If your answer is that you are answering a call, then you do every single thing in your power to make it work. It doesn't have to make sense. You don't have to have all the answers. You simply have to know that I am answering a call, because when God calls you to do something, you are equipped. Tap into that inner part. You're ready.
Yeah.
That's it. I know a lot of people that say, I think that this would be a great opportunity. Well, an opportunity is just that, but a call is very different.
It is.
Very different.
It is. That's
when
an
you
assignment.
Are called, it's an assignment.
It's an assignment.
Yes.
And I do believe it's not going to be easy.
Yes.
Because your journey wasn't easy.
It was not.
And there was some times where it was tug of war. And I'm like, girl, come on. We got it. We know what we're supposed to do. We know the assignment. But you just start to see God's plans unfold.
Yes.
And that's when it puts that faith in you.
Absolutely.
That, okay, I am going in the right direction,
Yes.
because all these doors should have been closed. There's no way possible this should have happened. And for this to happen, God, you're just revealing to me that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And that I am, going down the road of answering that assignment or walking in my assignment. So I think that is important too, of knowing the why.
Yep.
But then also allowing different difficult things to happen throughout that process, and you not saying, okay, this can't be God, because it's not so easy. No, God is saying, I never told you it was going to be easy.
Yes.
I just told you to do it. And I will keep you in peace as long as your mind is stayed on me. So just keep walking.
Yes.
Keep doing it.
Yes. Taisha, that is something I've never had to question. Even the days when it was really heavy, I never felt like, God, is this what you wanted me to do? I never felt that. Complete transparency. I felt heavy. Yes, I acknowledge that. But I never felt like, God, I'm not sure. I was never not sure, right? There were times when it was just heavy. Yeah. So I learned in those times that, okay, God, not only did you call me to do this, but you can also carry this burden with me. Yeah. So I just laid it to him. Yeah. It was too heavy for me, and I just said, God, take it. You told me to do this. I did it. Now I'm telling you, take this. It's too heavy. And he did. He did. Sometimes we're looking for the big lift, but my lift was simply walking in that shop and her reminding me of the love that I had. That was God saying, girl, I got the baggage. Keep the love. Yeah. And when you do your grand opening. Oh, Lord. I've been on you about that too. You have been on me. I'm like, baby, we need the doggone mayor. We need everybody there. We need the chamber of commerce. She's planning a whole grand opening. Be thankful you got a coach that's going to help you out and show you. Oh, Lord. Let me show you how to get that business out there, sis. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Help me, y'all. Hey, I'm still your coach. Just because we've closed one business don't mean we're stopping, right? Remember what you said, the next benchmark? Yes. We're going to enjoy this journey. Yes. But that's not it. That's not it. We still have levels. I'm super excited for what God is going to do next. I know. I really am. I'm excited about it because I truly believe something powerful is brewing. Yeah. Right? I feel like what we've done over the last 6 months has just been the beginning. Yeah. Something very special is brewing. I feel it. I know. Are you not ready for it? I'm ready. Oh. I can't wait. Oh my gosh. You have no idea how, I feel, and this was prophesied to me a while back, that Taisha, I had a dream that you were pregnant with something. Oh, and I believe that means there's something that's about to birth. And I don't think it's a physical birth, because I ain't having no more kids. It is a spiritual birth. We're not having no more kids. We're not having no more. Mm-hmm. But it is a spiritual birth. Something is about to come forth, and it's not for me. Yes. Yes. And that's what I love about it. Me too. I love to hear, hold on, Did I have any part of this Kumon? No part. No percentages, no percentage, no nothing. You ain't give me no cut, right? I ain't give you no cut. But I still felt like I won. You did. I still felt like I won. Understand, I was thinking, I don't know who's more excited. I know. And I had to say, Taisha, this is not yours. This is my moment. I was like, wait, I want to celebrate too. You were trying to celebrate, and she got that takeover spirit. I do not. I just really, I care about the people in our community. And when I see somebody, you do. First of all, I tell everybody that comes into the community, hey, if you're not willing to do the work, you don't belong here. Yeah, I need you to be on it. You're going to hold them accountable whether they want to or not. Deep down inside, that's what people want. They want that accountability. That's what we need. It don't feel good all the time. Yeah. But guess what? I have accountability partners. Yes. Yes. I have accountability partners. And I think it's important to have that because it keeps you going instead of being complacent in life and just exist. I don't want to just exist. I have tried. I have asked myself, I asked my therapist, why can't I just be okay with being normal and fine? And she said, that's not who you are. Yeah. It's not. But I just want to be, because I don't want to have to think about all these things. I just want to go to work, come home, and go to bed. But you can't. I can't. Because you're not going to be happy. Why do I have to feel the need to help somebody? Because that's just who I am. And I enjoy doing it. Yep. But there's so much pressure that comes with that. There's so much weight that comes with that. And it's not for everybody. So to your point early is, don't go and put on somebody else's mantle. You better know it. Because you better know it. Be able to carry that weight. That's right. That's why I said, is it your call? So everything looks nice, right? Especially in the social media days. Yeah. People are really like, oh, I can maybe do that. 2 months later, they're trying to do that. You are moving all over the place because you are trying to mimic somebody else when what you have is your thing.
Yeah.
Right? Don't try taking on somebody else something.
Right.
It's not for you.
Right.
That load gonna be too heavy.
Exactly.
You're gonna break.
That's right.
You're gonna break. You better make sure when you say, I'm gonna do something, remember what I said, that it's your calling,
Right.
that you've been called. If you've not been called to do that thing, then understand though, if you choose it, you're doing it. Yeah. The divine powers that goes with being obedient to a calling, that's removed. You're doing it in your own might. And I am telling y'all, you cannot start a business. You cannot change course in your own powers. You need something larger.
Yeah.
And whatever you call that power.
Some people can be successful in those things, but they will never reach their full potential.
They can't.
Until they align with whatever they were made to be and created to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. Do you know how long I fought this whole education thing? I was thinking, it's not something that I really want to do. Yeah. I knew I wanted to take care of children. So I just thought, I can do it in a different setting, which is where the pediatrician office came. I can do it in that setting.
And you did that for 20 years, right?
20 plus.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
And then God just said,
and God said, all right, so we're done on this side of things. Now let's go back to where I started. That is why I want children, y'all, to remember who they were in the beginning. Because who they were in the beginning before everybody else told them different is who they need to be now. Yeah. It's really their purpose. It's really what we need. They are answering a call that's serious, right? Well, if we keep putting them in a position where we're telling them, which is why now I don't put the pressure of, what do you want to be when you grow up? Well, I don't know. I don't remember who I was before I came here.
At that young age. Yeah.
Give them space and give them time.
Yeah. At a certain time, that conversation is right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shawan, it has been a pleasure. I know there's so much more to your story.
There's so much more, girl.
So we're going to have a part 2
not gonna allow it.
That's okay. That's all right, though.
My earrings say cut.
That's okay. That's all right.
That's I know. Okay. I love it.
So I am so happy not only that you're here to share your story, but all the things that you're teaching your boys. I watch my nephews and they're watching you and they are. Let me tell you, they are so proud of you.
They are. They are.
And I think it's important for children, especially, to see their parents, their family, and other people that look like them doing big things because it gives them hope that I can do it too.
Yes. Yes.
If my mama did it.
Yep.
And she worked, and doing everything that she did to get us here. My daddy did it to get us here. Okay. Brother, we gotta do right with this.
Yes.
On what they're giving us. And we gotta take it to the next level. But not only that, but whatever it is that they desire to be, there's a blueprint now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're the reason I started most of this.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that I was not asking more of them than I was of myself.
Yeah.
I can't ask you to do this. I can't ask you to finish that if I'm not willing to do it.
Yeah.
So just as I parent them, I started to parent myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what last few words would you like to tell the ladies that are watching this?
Patience. Please be patient with yourself. Enjoy the journey. Take the load off and just surrender.
Yeah.
That's it.
How can they contact you if they're interested in Kumon or learning more about how to get a franchise?
Definitely. Kumon of Gretna is where they can reach me. If you wanted to even email me something, you can email as well to sharris@ikumon. And I would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shawan. I appreciate you being here today.
Me too. I love the couch. This is it. I love the couch. I made the couch, y'all.
Yeah, she made the couch, y'all.
I am excited. I'm so excited about all of this. Like this is what it's about. Yeah. And to see you in this setting is just like, oh my gosh, I want to grab you and put you on my hip again.
Oh, but you try.
I can't.
Go ahead and try.
But I want to try. I want to try, but I can't. But no, I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
I love this.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, y'all. This has been absolutely amazing. Thank y'all for joining another episode. And y'all know that we leave legacies and not liabilities. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel and we will see y'all next time.
Bye.